Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the new head coach of the Memphis Tigers football team, Coach Kyle Daniels. You may be asking yourself, why has Coach Daniels been brought on board? Well, the easy answer is that he brings an energy and an excitement to the team that it hasn't seen in years. Look at the facts. This team has won an average of 3 games the past 5 years and is in need of a major spark. That's why Coach Daniels is here. The team and the fan base need to be rejuvenated, and he's just the guy to do so. What do we know about him? For starters, he is originally from a city just outside of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and he has been the most successful high school football coach Canada has seen in a long time, going undefeated in his 15-year tenure at the school and sending multiple kids to the university level and even to the Canadian Football League. He runs a 4-3 defense and a pro-style offense, but beyond the base sets, his scheme is heavily based on being aggressive. He's a known blitzer on defense and a gambler on offense, something that will provide excitement to this underwhelming program. He has signed a 6-year contract with the Tigers that will keep him with the team until the end of the 2018 season. His ultimate goal is not only to turn this team around, but to win the BCS Championship. It could take 6 years or 26 years. Time will tell, but Coach Daniels is here for the long haul as long as he does his job correctly. But to become the BCS champion, you have to win your conference, and this year the NCAA will be putting fast forward. Changes that were to be made in the 2014 season have been installed now and will be activated at the beginning of this season. Some teams have found new homes and new conferences, and the season will be unlike any before. With the new conferences comes a brand new schedule for the 2013 season. The Memphis Tigers will have non-conference games in weeks 3, 4, 8, and 11 against Middle Tennessee State, Arkansas State, Colorado, and BYU respectively. Byes in weeks 1, 2, and 9 will give the team ample time to prepare for the season and rest their bodies for future games. The conference slate of games is to begin week 5 against Tulane. UCF and Tulsa will follow in the next 2 weeks, with Cincinnati in between 2 non-conference tilts. The Tigers round out the season with games against South Florida, East Carolina, Temple, and Connecticut, with hopes of being conference champion and obtaining a bowl bid. Coach Daniels won't be the one suiting up for those 12 games, so let's meet the team. Senior quarterback and captain Jacob Karam will lead the team this year, with fellow senior Will Gilchrist ready to help the team if called upon. Freshman Braden Scott will be redshirted and groomed to be the quarterback of the future. Leading the team on the ground this year will be a pair of senior running backs in Brandon Hayes and Jai Stibe, who will need to make an impact. Behind them on the depth chart are 4 talented youngsters in Harris, Marshall, Warford, and Davis. The fullback is junior Hunter Brooks, who is an excellent lead blocker for the seniors mentioned above. Junior wide receiver Joe Craig and Keywan Malone will be asked to make plays at the other end of the football as the starting receivers. Reserves Travis, Jones, and Patrick will also see some time on the field on special teams and in relief of the starting wide receivers. Jesse Millison, the senior tight end, will be asked to be a steady pair of hands for the quarterback as someone who can work the middle of the field and pick up the tough yards. Your starting offensive line this year will be as follows, from left tackle to right tackle. Junior, Al Bond. Sophomore, Micah Simmons. Senior, Chris Schutz. Redshirt freshman, Sam Thomas. And sophomore, Taylor Fallon. Their jobs are to protect the quarterback and open up lanes for the running backs, along with the young talent behind them on the depth chart waiting for their names to be called. The defense is led by senior captain Corey Jones at the left defensive end position, with fellow senior Anthony Brown holding down the defensive end position at the other end of the line. Young backups Alfred, Mitchell, and Hunter are waiting in the wings, eager to play. Inside the defensive line is the big senior Johnny Farms and junior Terry Redden. Ifedi and Pennington round out the depth chart on the defensive line alongside a couple redshirted big boys looking to the future. Junior Tank Jakes will line up at the left outside linebacker position with fellow junior Ryan Coleman ready to contribute behind him. Versatile freshman Jackson Dillon will be redshirted so he can develop to become a playmaker in the future. Junior Charles Harris will man the middle of the defense with Jones ready to jump in if needed. And sophomore Winton McManus will hold down the right outside linebacker spot to round out the starters. Fellow sophomores Hedges, and Ball will back him up and play on special teams. In the defensive backfield, juniors Bakari Oye and Bobby McCain will line up against the opponent's starting wide receivers each week, with redshirt sophomore Dion Whitty and redshirt freshman Chauncey Lanier ready to see playing time on special teams and in the nickel and dime packages. A pair of seniors will see the entire field at the safety positions. Lonnie Ballantyne and Anthony Watson will be the last line of defense and ready to contribute to the entire defense. The two juniors Howard and Etienne will back up these two with the hopes of taking over the starting roles next season. And the two specialists on this team are true freshman Jake Elliott at kicker and senior Tom Hornsey handling the punting duties. Turning this team into a winner won't be easy, but it is a challenge that Coach Kyle Daniels is ready for. Memphis Tigers football can wave goodbye to the losing teams of the past and say hello to the new culture in town that promises excitement, enthusiasm, and most importantly, wins. Stay tuned because Memphis Tigers football will never be the same again.